All right, I managed to do it. Inktober 3. Yay! So, I guess I should go ahead and tell you this is actually an OC. This is me and my best friend's OC, Jonro. She's a star princess. She's from our story that we have been creating since we were like 9, 10 years old. This is a good decade and a half old OC almost. And I love her, and she's great. Yeah. It is a sci-fi superhero alien phantasmical gods. It literally has every genre. It's like the Marvel MCU universe tied into OC version, I guess you could say. So for this, there was a lot of problems for me. I don't know. When I drew her, I did her in a different style on purpose. I wanted to kind of test my, out of my comfort zone, trying something different. The line art came out pretty clean. Her anatomy is okay. Her hands, I need to work on hands more. Also trying to do something also out of my comfort zone, which is the pose. I was looking for references. I know I wanted her to be sitting down and her legs are crossed, but kind of in a way, sort of how I did the line art, looks like she has this huge sash on her hip, and that is not what I wanted. It's like, to me, I don't know how it would look like to other people, but that's just how it came out looking for me. And I wanted her to be like sitting on a tree trunk. It's still, the tree trunk looks fine. Again, it's fine. And my videoing skills, or how I have my camera set up, cut off half her head. So that was frustrating. So I kept having to scoot it up, scoot it down, scoot it down, scoot it up. Did the same thing I did with my Nani picture. I did a very simple hair shade. Later on, I do fix it a little bit more because I wanted a little more dark contrast to it. But it was, it was okay for the outcome. We switched her. I kind of drew her more so in a darker contrast because she, in her original design, had ginger hair. But in a newer concept of the design, she has ginger blondish or dirty blonde or dishwasher blonde. Is it dishwater blonde? Dirty blonde hair. Anyway, blonde. But I think I kind of was picturing her ginger hair again. I don't know. Our OCs are always changing, and we're always trying to come up with official canon designs. Again, this whole Inktober thing, I'm really not focused on making anything clean unless I'm super, super inspired. It's what Inktober is to test your limits and see how far you can go. And I think you just have fun with it and don't worry about how it looks. And I always try to mention that. Since I'm going to just mention this real quick for my Inktober, I do have an idea. I want to make each week of October. I believe there's 4 weeks of October. It's not a very long month, but anyway, I wanted to do like a different color scheme. Like the first week's going to be all dark grays, and then this week 2 is going to be like oranges, and then week 3 reds. And I wanted to add purple if possible. I would love to try purple. Then I'm like, that's not really much of a fall color. I wanted to stay with like fall concepts. So I was like, okay, well maybe I'll just do brown. But the only thing with my brown is that I have very limited brown. So I might have to mix some browns with some cool grays, which is not too bad because I believe like W7, that Cobic shade, could shade well with the brown. I need to study some more with color palettes, and especially with Cobic, to make sure that they all blend well, because I tend not to follow the math of the Cobic when it comes to shading, because there's certain colors that will shade better with than with others. It doesn't necessarily mean you have to stay within the same color family, which I always do, because you could easily use cool grays with a dark purple or a violet blue, and it will shade and come out beautifully. And like, you can, with Copics, I always tend to forget, like, you can always shade with very, very different colors. Like black and in dark red can go together and shade well together. Like, I like things you wouldn't think would combine well in color wise, they do with Copics. Sky's the limit, and I have to remember that. Jonro, however, came out more looking like a goth queen rather than a star princess, but in the end she looks okay. I don't know what happened, but she got stung by a wasp and her lips are plumpish. They just came out super plump. I wanted her lips to be skinny and fine, but they came out plump and huge. The Kardashians would be proud. But that's it for Inktober 3, and I hope you enjoyed my blabbering. Bye, guys. Love ya.